Hello, this is my Focus Farm series. This is the first episode of it, and we are going to be showing you what this series is going to be about. So this series is where my grandpa had a heart attack, and I took over the farm. So I'm basically brand new here. We have been here for a day, got here late last night, and just parked my truck and just took a nap in the little house there. So I'm gonna be checking all the equipment here and seeing what we are going to be learning. As you can see at the top right, I'm starting with $100,000. This is because I've just been saving over the past couple years of my life and just started this. So it's got a nice K1220 Russell mash cultivator. It's pretty nice. And then we have a 50-foot bean header, actually. Very big land off field cultivator. So this shed looks like it's just going to be more of a tillage and just a big bean header holding station right now. It's got a cattle pen over there. Let's see, cows in it, so see about that. I'm very interested in that. This looks like his feed mixer for Parker wagon, right? It's probably used to feed the cattle. We might upgrade that later. It works good. You just keep it. He's got a very, very nice farm. I mean, he's got an automatic feeder set up, giant pasture, and a legitimate plant. He has a plant. Why my grandpa had a plant? Don't know, but we have a plant. It looks like we have a couple of seed and bale wrapping that, so we can use that. I'm assuming he has hay by that and by the cow pasture here. He also has what looks to be how he picks up all of his bales, and a nice bale holder, I guess. I'm brand new to this farming thing, don't know what any of this means at all. So we're gonna be learning this journey together. And he also has a John Deere 4455 and it's gonna be bale wrapper, and this looks to be a hay cutter. It's got a Kinsey 1051 grain cutter. Now I did help him a couple summers out here every once in a while, so do know some things. Like I know he has some of this equipment, but that 4455 is new. Don't know when he got that, but I haven't been here in a little while, so we'll see what this does for us. He is a very, we'll say, big farmer, but he does have quite a few acres and a couple of nice pieces of equipment. He's got his power washer just sitting outside of us all. Let me just walk that in real quick. See if I can just come inside here. Really, did this even fit through that door? Yes, it will. Just leave that right there. So you don't need for any things. For now, in here, he has a International 5488. A little bit dirty here, Gramps, but it'll do. This was one of the bigger, better horses. Got this maybe a couple years ago used, but said it works good. 8345R. And then this one's also dirty, but it's got a 7R270 with a loader bracket on it. This is a pretty big field something. It's like a cultivate something up and another something for the cows. It looks like he's got a Merger Pro Anderson. Looks pretty nice. I'm assuming that's for the hay. And we will close that shed up and we will go to the next one. We did keep things fairly tidy, but it's my grandpa. He was, getting a little bit loss of memory back when he got a little bit older, but he always did the work. 9R 440, very big tractor, probably his biggest one with full duals on it. And then a 78, I want to say 10. Yep. I ran this one a lot when I worked here on the summer job, so this one might be my personal favorite. But, you know, people have their own opinions, and it's got a Kinsey, I believe, 16 row planter. Pretty nice, fairly new. Got this one a couple of years ago. He loved this thing, just how fast it could go and stuff. And this was brand new when we got this. I mean, this thing just knocked out it was like no one's business. But we have the plane as well, so we'll see what we use when I sell this off or sell the plane off. But it's a 4940 John Deere sprayer with looks like some module under it that looks pretty advanced. Don't even know. And then a 8220. It's just hooked up to the baler, so I guess this is a daily tractor. And then the 8940, this thing is just a versatile tractor overall. Did a couple things with this, but he liked it. One of his only pace tractors, if not, I think his only. But he bought it for a reason. He said it was reliable as heck, and just loved it. And then he has a secondary Kinsey planter, actually. Wow, we can knock out some acres then with these planters. And then a Thunder Creek fuel trailer, because that's just the classic. And what combine does he have? S770? Yup, sure does. That thing can run a 50-foot beam. That is shocking. I did not know you could do that. I thought that was a little bit oversized, but hey, you never know. So apparently you could do whatever the heck you wanted to. So that's it for this shed, and I believe that is the last of the sheds for now. So we will just keep walking around the farmyard here, seeing what there's a lot, quite a few trees. I know he did like nature. I just use a farmer, so but he did love his trees. So he's got a Mediterranean petrol tank. Don't know why we're saying petrol, but we are. So this was his house. All this thing just Grandma and Grandpa just lived in this thing forever. It felt like 10 years as a grandkid. Just always loved going here, and now that I'm living in it, it just feels unreal. The Aggie Nico dryer, it looks like, and just very big grain bin area, especially for just me. Got a nice dryer up front too. Looks like it'll work pretty good for us. Hold plenty of grain. And then we are back to this shed and the cow barn, which looks like we've got a couple of a little cow playing there. It's cute. So we'll just continue walking, and that is about it for the farm tour. So we will start. Might do something. We'll see how we're rolling with after all this. But we can also check out. Got this map to see all the fields that he owns, and these are all those green ones with the green in the number here. So we had this giant field 10, which was just almost 300 acres. I mean, this thing's humongous. Planted it to corn, no wonder. That'll be something to knock out. He's got beans for 200 acres, another giant field. Two smaller bean fields, but still decent sized, and this third and final bean field. And then is this wheat? This is wheat. I didn't know my grandpa ever did a field of wheat. I believe he told me this when he died, and I believe he was going to do this right before I left. And I think I just helped him set up the cedar. He rented one out and got this knocked out. He said I needed straw for the cattle. He didn't want to buy it anymore, which is fair. I knew it was very expensive to buy. So he did that, and then he's got corn, 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 and then home corn, and this corn. This one's almost 100. But he had cattle, so he did run what looks like about 100 acres of hay. And it is August, so it is probably the last good cutting of hay that we might do. So we will probably prioritize that before the month is over. But if we look at what's ready, this is harvested and this is growing, so it looks like he cut this just before he died. Maybe even was in the process of doing stuff with these two fields. I remember they said something about him dying in doing hay, something about like getting sucked up in the merger. But we will continue to finish this. But he also died just before he could do this field of wheat. So we will also need to do this field of wheat. So if we get bored of hay, maybe we'll move over to wheat because we do have to do it before it dies out and goes bad. Hopefully that's good yielding wheat because we do need a lot of straw. Um, so there's a couple things we could do. Either do some hay or we could do wheat. And I do feel like I'm going to do just a little bit of wheat. Oh, and I did forget to mention something. He had two or one or two semis getting serviced in town or wherever. So we will eventually have to get those back and uh I believe he already paid that bill, so should be good. But there's one issue, and that is the issue that when he died, he gave me the farm's debt. And that was not looking pretty. 1,315,000. Because he liked to spend money. He just could not quit spending money. I mean, it couldn't do it for the life of him. So we will pick that up and start doing some stuff. Um, we could check if the cattle have any feed, and we could do something with them eventually here. But this first video was just to kind of inform everybody of what this series will be about. Which it's just it looks like a good video. It looks like a good farm layout that I built here. I thought it was good, especially for like a modern-ish day in a farmland here. But like kind of a grandpa. Still wanted to run a couple old equipment with that international there. For everybody wanting to know, all these mods are completely public. Uh, I don't think really any of these mods are really base game as far as tractors go, really. But all of them are public. They're all PC exclusive. So if you're on PC, you can just basically look all of these up and get them in 10 seconds. Got back to Robo. He did not get to finish hay, but I do want to move to wheat. So I will do some wheat then, because I feel like doing wheat right now instead of hay. So we will get this tractor all fired up, get a little bit warmed up here before we do some stuff with it. I do also need to get some money to start getting that loan paid off and maybe get some money for more equipment because Not gonna lie, I'm also a very big spender. I won't deny it. We do, I do like to get some new equipment here and there, and maybe try and bargain here and there for some older equipment. So I do love the farm he had. That's why I came here for the summer, and especially helps him out. He's starting to lose his memory just with farm as well as he wants to play with. So we will open the shed door up. Why I can't. There's a button for it. Here it is. Okay. So we do get this. I know this thing just ran. It should run very good. Just fires up the compressor. Just to get to the pins in the air. Tractors have been moved, okay. Tectonic plates is the shift to drive. Right, and we'll just shut that off there and then. And so we can get to the grain cart. And I will be trying to keep this as realistic as possible. Obviously, this is my first video ever doing this, so it's a new adventure for me that I think I will enjoy. This microphone probably sucks, maybe. Might not be too good, but I'm just so for the video, anything else can happen. Heck, I might not even have the audio on this freaking video. We'll see. So the wheat field in here is left. If you were correct, yes, not too far left, but we do have to get up and boogie down the road. So we will. Oh yeah, there's this little kind of, I don't know, like crossing here. It's just very shallow water that now and then it kind of floods over, so we will go both ways. And that's all the hay he does is before he died. So we will have to eventually pick all that up and just feed the cattle, hopefully. And then we will get over to some times. And obviously going down the road, max speed isn't a good thing by any means. Especially with the tracks on them, so I'm gonna try and stay over as much as possible. I do know that they do generate lots of heat, and they're not too great on the old tracks there. So we will try and find an opening. Don't know where Grandpa got into the field out here, but there might be actually something. Not exactly right there. This looks like something right here. A little bit, yeah, a little bit shallow, but we'll just come in right here. Do that. Or maybe for the combine, we'll just take this nice approach. Dude, that was great. And we will, I'll talk to you when I get to the combine after a short minute here of vlogging. Hello there. Finally got here so much freaking long, I tell you. Here, smashing that light look at that. as well.
Hello, so this is the point in time where my files got corrupted, and this is kind of the end of the video here. This is the last point in time. You guys will see what I did after this in the next video. Have a good day, I guess, and goodbye.